Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teachers Do. Today with me, Ian.
Hello.
And today we're going over the last pairing of what ifs we're going over with What If House of M and What If House of M Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yep. And this one is basically asking us, what if Scarlet Witch, instead of saying no more mutants, what if she said no more powers?
Power genocide.
It was co-written by Brian Reed and Jim McCann.
I actually know who both of those people are.
Yep. Brian Reed, we haven't seen that much of either.
Maybe he went to TV too.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I do not care for the artwork on this one.
Not great. I like the layout here, though. That's kind of a cool...
Oh, yeah. But basically, I think no more powers. And of course, everyone is...
Butts! So many butts!
But yeah, basically, everyone's lost their powers, and Wanda just disappeared. And in this case, everyone literally lost their powers. So, literally, there's no more powers. No one. This was 100% effectiveness. And of course...
So, that's weird that it affects, does it affect mutants?
Yes.
So, it affects mutants and magic, and does it affect, Spider-Man?
It does, and it also affects Cap. Cap ends up becoming the old man again. And yes, Maria Hill is loving this.
That's so convenient.
So yeah, you're seeing everyone. Miss Marvel and She-Hulk are back to normal, and everyone's meeting up, trying to figure out what to do. And it turns out, apparently, MJ's already pregnant. Apparently, the two have been getting busy since then. Oh look, even
that art is just not great, man.
And look, even Black Bolt is speaking.
The Inhumans? Wow, this is just like Scarlet Witch is overpowered.
Yep. To be fair, I think it was a case where, unlike in the other timeline where you still had Doctor Strange and Emma Frost doing what they can to try and stop her, this is a case where that didn't happen at all. That's why I think lessened the spell and why it was only, didn't wipe out all mutants. So yeah, all the villains, or the tech-based villains, are working together.
But does that mean Iron Man can still do Iron Man stuff?
Yes.
But then couldn't he just give people lots of armors?
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
But look, we have, of course, Bucky is trying to stop him as the Red Skull is wanting to get his hands on the Cosmic Cube. So Tony is right now the sole hero. Well, him, Patriot, the Young Avengers in general, and unfortunately they get slaughtered.
Not good.
And of course, the Red Skull gets the Cosmic Cube. So yeah, but now Tony is still in charge. Or he's trying, but boy, look at Maria. She looks fugly.
Very. I mean,
you and your kind
is not good, man.
You and your kind, the superheroes, you put us all in danger every day, regardless of your motives. Yep.
Maria Hill got done dirty, not just by the art. She's never been like this.
Yeah, I know. You're questioning my ability just because your tin suit makes you the last of your kind. You're a fool. You've got abandonment issues. Something is happening, damn it. In the last 48 hours, whole networks have gone silent. The Hand, AIM, Hydra. Silence is usually a good thing from where I sit. Okay, you can't be this stupid, Maria.
Maria is... So, I will admit, Maria is generally written very badly. But
Bendis was one of the people who got her right, I think, as time went on.
But Matt Fraction's Iron Man run wrote her just beautifully, and this just makes me so mad to see her written so badly.
I know. Basically, it's turning everything about. Now, to be fair, this is her before her character development. I'm basically saying her character development never happened.
Failure.
So yeah, obviously now they're attacking the Fantastic Four Plaza. Oh, and yes, what?
So why doesn't Red Skull have the same problem? Because doesn't he also have?
Oh no! Remember, his mind has been taken over with the one guy, that one businessman. During Burr Breaker's run, his body he got shot by
So he doesn't
Bucky.
have powers.
No, but his mind was placed into this guy's body by the Lucan by a cosmic cube. That's not powers. That's just simply his brain being in there.
Huh. Okay. So everything that was done by powers before is still allowed, but there's no new powers.
Yes.
Okay.
And thus they take out the Fantastic Four, and he takes out Doom. He gets Doom's armor too, because by this point Doom is dead or in hell. In hell.
Wait,
So
was
yeah,
he in hell in the original too?
Yes, during House of M, he was in hell. Remember, he was in hell after the events of Mark Waid's Fantastic Four, and it wasn't until JMS where he finally got out of hell thanks to Thor's hammer.
Okay.
But yeah, Tony has got a bunch of other heroes in the army, including Falcon and some of the others. Peter feels unsure about going in, but of course, he's convinced by MJ to go back in and help. Everyone is.
But he doesn't have powers, right?
Right. Oh yeah, and that's Emma and Scott.
Scott doesn't need his glasses anymore.
Yep. And Peter decides to go in and help. Unfortunately, we also see Rhodey gets killed, but because of the armor is still working even without Rhodey being alive.
That's insane.
Of course, yeah. The using Shi'ar tech, the X-Men show up. That's Wolverine utilizing an armor, giving him energy claws. And then Peter shows up, destroys the cube, and they all charge, get ready to charge in and fight them. And then we time skip to years later as we're seeing that's Peter's daughter and his granddaughter.
Why is MJ still? Wait, is that his daughter?
That's his daughter.
Oh, okay.
They said that's his daughter and granddaughter.
Who's
Anna
his
and May.
son-in-law?
We never meet.
Fail.
But yeah, meets up with Tony, and we find out that turns out his young Anna's gotten powers.
Ah, so it was like a time.
It's basically a case where powers are going to start starting up again.
I mean, isn't that basically what they did with mutants too?
Yep. And then let's move on to the other one, the Spider-Man House of M.
I still think that like the out-of-universe purpose of House of M was dumb.
It was, but I thought the way the story itself wasn't bad.
No, the story itself isn't bad. It's just like, oh, that art hurts. Also, that Maria Hill was bad.
The worst. This one we have Sean McKeever. Haven't seen him in ages.
Well, that's because he went to work for BioWare for like a decade, and then he went back to Indies.
Oh, so he's been at BioWare?
He was at BioWare for like a decade. We worked on the Old Republic, and
Frank Thierry. And basically, this is what if Gwen Stacy survived, and the other one is what if Spider-Man intervened with the Scarlet Witch.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, in this case,
ooh, this is much better art. Who's the artist on this one?
This is Dave Ross, painted by Dan Scott and Tom Fleming. Tom Fleming did the first 2 pages.
Okay.
So these beautiful ones are just unique, and then it comes here.
Nice.
Basically, it is what if Gwen survived, but no one else remembers her?
Oh, no.
Or knows her history. So as far as Peter's concerned, he's fine with MJ because his life is back to normal.
As it should be. Curse you, Quesada.
Because Gwen is still around, it's starting to cause hiccups. Like she shouldn't be around.
Ah, but wait, why?
Because she's a holdover from the House of M. It's causing a disruption.
I know the answer is so the movie can happen, but I still want to know.
No. Like this, like Osborne Incorporated as opposed to not Court, a different company. Basically,
Dark?
it's causing a clash. No, it's something else. Basically, it's causing a clash because the old timeline and the House of M stuff is folding back in because so long as she's still here.
Okay.
Gwen is basically a tether holding onto the House of M world that should, and it's basically trying to cause them to exist in the same place so long as she's there. So Peter is aware something is going on. So he's heading on out there, but of course MJ knows something's off.
Dun dun dun.
And Peter's trying to just talk things out with them. Gwen finds out about what happened in this world and how her dad's gone and Uncle Ben is gone, and she's feeling like, Peter, we had a son, and that things like that's going on. And then the villains bust out Norman.
It does feel like someone at Marvel spent a lot of time screwing Gwen over.
Yep. And then Doctor Strange showed up to try and tell her you have to go. Peter then realized like he's finding him coming to grips with what happened in that other time. I haven't really processed it yet. I don't know how I can explain it to you. But here's the deal. I love you. So in other words, he is trying, and McKeever is including moments of Peter acknowledging what happened in the House of M stuff they never did in the main story, because he doesn't even know Gwen's around. But of course, at least not until this moment. And unfortunately, because of what Gwen did, something happened to Doctor Strange. The whole world is falling apart.
Oh my.
Everything is
these dead people.
The dead people? What do you mean? No, you're the villains. Oh, those dead people? I see. That was Jarvis and Aunt May.
Oh my goodness, that's rough.
But again, that's the Mac Gargan Venom.
Oh man, he's the worst.
And then Aunt May's dead, and then Gwen is seeing this, and MJ gets stabbed by Goblin.
What?
Basically, in other words, everything is just collapsing, all because Gwen is there.
This... Did you read one of McKeever's last things at Marvel?
No, what was it?
What was it again?
Unfortunately, everything becomes undone.
Yeah. Oh man, I need to where is that?
Well, hold on. Then there's this one where basically Gwen and Richie carry over, but in this case, it's proper. And Peter's trying to think he can have both his lives.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, Peter, what makes you think this is a good idea? Unfortunately, obviously, the two argue with each other. This is Frank Thierry's work.
This art is not nearly as good. It's not as bad as the original What If House of M, though. Okay, it was Nomad Girl Without a World. Did you ever read that?
No.
Holy cow, that was depressing. But is it like exactly the same? Is Nomad is like Gwen, and in the end, she dies.
Oh.
It's very sad.
Oh, wait. Wasn't this also the one was that... No, his last one was the Onslaught story. Where Nomad, it turns out, died, and that the whole time was Onslaught using her as a skin.
I don't know if I read that one.
That was Onslaught Unleashed. That was one of the last things he did.
Yeah, that was right before he went over to BioWare.
But yeah, so Peter's trying again to have his life, have everything both. But then, of course, it's Aunt May's trying to tell him, like, this isn't fair to MJ. MJ is not happy. I mean, nor should she be.
Failure, Peter.
And then, but then, you know what also happened? Turns in the other place, and Peter had a split personality. He also became Goblin, and that carries over here, where he's going to be he's going to try and kill MJ so he can have Gwen.
So, what we're saying is that Zeb Wells' run is actually a What If from House of M.
Yeah. But then Peter tries to realize it, and he saves MJ. And it turns out his son, Richie, ends up having the spider powers. Oh, geez, and these are just some goofy stuff.
Okay.
This was done by, let me go back. Hold on, let me go back to the beginning. Because these are the guys who worked on the Elf comic. Mike Gallinger and David Manick. Those are the guys who worked on the old Elf comic way back when.
I see.
And they would do these little gag strips at the end of each issue.
That's fun.
Good artwork.
Yep. Reminds me of Gustavo Duarte.
Yep. Oh, I love this. It's Richie taking the mask, but instead he just sneezes on it. Oh, and of course, Justin Gabri, the managing editor of these What Ifs. Whatever possessed me to work with these two nut jobs again. Ha! So what did you think about these What Ifs? And these two What Ifs?
Okay, so the first one was I did not like.
Yeah, good. A decent premise, not a good execution.
Not at all. The second one I kind of liked more, even though I've read that story from McKeever before. And I really like the art in the second one. Third one was kind of between the two. Like, decent art, decent execution, but didn't really stick out as much.
Yep. What about overall all these What Ifs?
Overall, I gotta say, I think that Iron Man versus Doom one, that one still just had the most humor and personality to me.
How is that? And then what would you say was next? The Spider-Man Aunt May died?
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
I think that was the second best out of all these.
I mean, you know, Brubaker, you know, his writing talent, execution definitely helps.
Yep.
But I still just really dig that that Iron Man versus Doom one. That was fun.
Yeah.
I give that a strong recommend.
What about somebody like the Civil War one was definitely one of the best ones.
Yeah, that one was fun too.
Yeah, showed off some of the better stuff. Avengers Disassemble, good until the end.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
more or less. A lot of summary though.
A lot of summary, but I did like the calling out of some of Bendis's, plot holes, like the Chaos Magic one. That was always a big, what the fuck, Bendis?
Oops.
So yeah, thank you for joining me for all this batch of What Ifs and getting a whole lot of episodes in the can.
Yep.
And I got to double check how many episodes I got out of this one. But until then, I'll see you all in the next one.
Indeed.
Take care.
Bye.